our knife will continue to strike the necks of your people.
إن الله قوي عزيز ومجالدة أعداء الله.
In the name of Allah, the terrorist group ISIS sends a message for the world to hear, that they represent the true principles of Islam, seen here in a Vice News video.
نحن المسلمين نحن الذين نريد أن نقيم شرع الله في هذه الأرض والله الذي لا إله إلا هو لا يقام شرع الله إلا بالسلاح.
But how can this group, now more notorious than Al-Qaeda, claim to speak for all Muslims? Muslim leaders say they can't.
Islam is a peaceful religion. The very meaning of Islam means submission to the will of God to attain peace.
Experts say the terrorism of ISIS is based only on their twisted interpretation of the religion. And the religion itself is not more dangerous than others.
No Muslim in his or her right mind will ever justify or agree with the killing of innocent people, because there are clear commands in the Quran that prevents acts of aggression against innocent people.
According to the Pew Institute, there are 1.6 billion Muslims worldwide, and in 2010, almost 3.5 million in North America. They are generally younger than the world's overall population, and their numbers are growing.
Young people who do not feel maybe sometimes included, or they believe in justice, they see injustice around the world, in a vacuum of leadership. ISIS and the likes of ISIS and Boko Haram jump to exploit these young people who are lured to believe that they are fighting for a just cause.
START's database tracks global terrorism. They found the majority of terrorist attacks in 2013 occurred in 3 countries: Iraq, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. Majority Muslim nations where the victims are often Muslim too. The Taliban, ISIS, and Boko Haram are ranked as the 3 bloodiest groups. Al-Qaeda became a household name in September 2001 by perpetrating violence they say is rooted in their faith. September 2013, the Somali terror group Al-Shabaab, an affiliate of Al-Qaeda, takes center stage with the Kenyan Mall massacre. And earlier this year, Boko Haram created global outrage with the kidnapping of more than 200 schoolgirls in Western Africa. One of the questions that people just can't wrap their head around is that something that is based in religion in the name of God does such violent things.
Islam is being leveraged and utilized by these organizations in order to gain the end state that they want. And that end state is described in Islamic terms. It's derived from medieval Islamic ideology. Most of the rest of the Muslim world has moved well beyond that, so we should not vilify the Muslim world. The Muslim world is the best chance of defeating global jihadist groups like Al-Qaeda or the Islamic State.
وإن أردتم موعود الله فجاهدوا في سبيل الله.
Violence in the name of God, or just plain terror. When it comes to ISIS and the rest of the world, increasingly, that seems to be a distinction without a difference. Jean Casares, CNN, New York.